So we got the tracks here, the train track right here. That's the way we came in. So this is the back side of the property here. So there's a scale that drive back onto the scale. That's the back side of the building, and that's more like an alley over there. We're in the kind of the main road, but most of the foot traffic happens there. So like I said, since the 50s has been here, it's pretty common for our customers. A lot of our customers have, over the years, they've kind of acquired some of the houses in the area as they came up for sale. Some neighbors are just too happy to leave because scrapyards make some noise, but it's cool to see a family business like this and see how it's grown over the years. And there's another property next door to it with all the shipping containers, and you can see how the expansions come out of necessity. So it's a postage stamp as far as the building and everything, but certainly have a big footprint and a lot of customer, a lot of foot traffic. So when we got here, I mean, they've been nonstop since we got here on the front side. So it's been pretty impressive. So all right, so here we are upstairs. So when they want to get material up, they just open up this slider and then they bring up the wire. You can see here the wire up on in the box, and then you can see the pallet jack over there. Just roll the material into place and get the chops out the same way. So material comes in and out through that sliding door, and I bet you on the days they run, they probably can get people up and down that way as well. And this is one of our original systems. So this is before we even had the granulators painted our color. So it's going from the materials going from the granulator. He didn't want to use the blower system because his customers, I think this used to be downstairs before he got the shredder, but his customers all are downstairs in that area. So by having this with a conveyor, it's much quieter. The granulator doesn't make that much noise, and then the loudest part here is the blower. So he's running the granulator on a conveyor up into, and they made a makeshift hopper here to go into the air table. So, and then as the copper comes out here, they're able to, it's kind of a quality control, looking at the chops and then sliding it down. So this is so if they miss anything, if there's any piece of brass or something that got in, some die cast, they're able to go ahead and sort it. So this is really cool. Little dust collector back here on the back side. So this is one of the so he purchased this from us, and I was just looking at the paperwork yesterday in 2022, so 4 years ago or so, and this system, just based on the color and the blower and everything, it's got to be over 15 years old. So it's just really cool to see these. I mean, they last forever. We refurbished it. We went through the whole thing and tested it, and went through the bearings and everything. So, and then the goal is going to be to put everything in the large shipping container outside. So it's going to be outside the other side of this wall downstairs, and then material. This will probably end up, material with the clean copper coming in on the inside downstairs. So, super cool. Not every day you see this, and it's definitely unique. You see the houses outside. I don't know if you can see here, but houses on the outside of the windows, and man, it's got to get hot up here. It's 90 something degrees today, and it's gonna be 93, it said, and it already feels like 105 in here. So and you see over here in the corner is that cyclone. So that's the cyclone that went on top of this, on top of here. And I don't know if he'd have the space. He might have to move this if he wanted to use the cyclone. I might have to move it closer to the middle. So so the only way to get up here is through this. There's a door here. It's with the slider. You see the track. Or the other way is to climb up the side of the baler. So here's the baler, and it's there's a little climb up the side and make your way up here. And that's how I got up here. So yeah, setup. I know I keep saying how cool this is, but I mean, it's something unique. Never seen this before. But hey, you know what? This is absolute proof that when there's a will, there's a way. I keep telling my kids that, like, I don't think I can do that. So, well, can't is not in your vocabulary, because if you want to do something and you want it bad enough and you have a need for something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And this is proof right here. I mean, we're in an attic of this back in the day was probably a garage. It just looks like a an old mechanic's garage. This would have been the attic of it, but I don't know. I didn't ask him what this was, but it's not much. This is like a 3-4 bay garage and small bays. So yeah, this is wild. But I'm happy to share this with you guys, because not every day you get to see something this unique. A chopper in the attic in the middle of nowhere. So I was wrong earlier when I said I thought this might have been a old mechanic shop. This actually, there used to be a house here, and there was 2 garages back there. And what they did is they combined the 2 garages. You can see next to the door over there, there's actually a line. So that door goes through to the other side, to the alley or the road on the other side. But they took 2 garages. There was a garage there and a garage there, and they combined the 2, and they purpose built this building for the scrapyard. And there was a house back here before, back in the day. And so anyways, and that's where the original owner was. And then it's still in the family, but then his son has a house across the street, and then their children now run this operation. So super cool. You can actually see here where the garage was at this line right here. So it was right here, right there is the garage. So that was one garage, and that was another garage over there. Then they put the whole thing over. So anyways, stuff like this is really fascinating to me, because they're making it work. They're making it happen. So it's just cool to visit different places and see how resilient people are and how they make things happen with what they got. And this is, I mean, there's a lot of volume coming through this place, so pretty cool.